Welcome in to Fairfax Docks. Tonight we uncovered the chilling side of van life in Yellowstone National Park. Stretching across 2.2 million acres, with 10,000 geothermal features and 300 miles of paved roads, Yellowstone has long been a haven for van lifers, RV enthusiasts, and digital nomads. The van life movement exploded between 2020 and 2024, promising breathtaking mountain views and geyser-side breakfast. But what they didn't show was the danger lurking beneath the surface. Between 2020 and 2024, 23 van lifers went missing in Yellowstone. Authorities attribute these disappearances to wildlife, thermal deaths, or getting lost. But the rangers know something more unsettling. Each case follows the same eerie pattern. The van lifers disappear without a trace, only to be found later, transformed by Yellowstone's geothermal network. Dr. Sarah Shan's controversial theory suggests that the park's heat, gases, and geothermal features influence human consciousness, possibly even leading to a sinister transformation. Subscribe to Fairfax Docs, and don't miss the true stories Yellowstone doesn't want you to know. The van lifer. Elena Vasquez, 28 years old, from Portland, Oregon, digital marketing freelancer, solo traveler, and van life enthusiast since 2019. Her Instagram, @ElenaVanLife, had 47,000 followers. She documented her journey across America: California coastline, Utah deserts, Colorado mountains. Yellowstone was supposed to be her winter wonderland finale. December 17th, 2021. Day 1. Elena arrived at Yellowstone's west entrance at 2:34 p.m. She drove her converted 2018 Ford Transit van. White, custom-built interior, solar panels, full kitchen, to Black Sand Basin, a small thermal area near Old Faithful, known for its obsidian black sand and vibrant hot spring. She parked in the nearby pullout, technically illegal for overnight camping, but commonly used by van lifers. Her first Instagram post: Yellowstone in winter finally made it. Black Sand Basin is unreal. Emerald Pool is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Planning to stay here for 2 weeks, living the dream. #van life, #Yellowstone, #winter camping. Photo: Elena smiling in front of steaming Emerald Pool, wearing a beanie and puffy jacket. Likes: 3,247. Comments: 189. Normal. Happy. Excited. That would change. December 18th, 24th. Days 2-8. Elena posted daily updates. Deck 18. Woke up to bison outside my van. Deck 19. Best coffee of my life, made next to a geyser on deck 20. The steam here is hypnotic. I could watch it for hours. Deck 21. Hikers asked if I'm okay. I'm more than okay. I'm home. Deck 22. Why does anyone live in houses when this exists? Deck 23. The geysers sound different at night, almost like singing. Deck 24. Merry Christmas Eve from Yellowstone. Spending it alone, but I don't feel alone. The heat keeps me company. Her followers noticed the shift. Comment: Deck 23. Elena, are you feeling okay? Your posts are getting weird. Comment: Deck 24. Girl, go home. You're starting to sound like those missing 411 cases. Elena didn't respond to comments anymore. She just posted and stared at the steam. December 25th, Day 9, Christmas Day. Elena's post: I need to tell you something. The geysers aren't just water. They're alive. I can feel them breathing. I can hear them calling. 7 voices, children's voices, singing in the steam. They've been here since 1962. They fell into the heat and never left. They became the heat, and they want me to understand. They want me to join. Likes, 892. Down from usual 3. Comments, 412. Top comment, Elena, please leave Yellowstone. This isn't normal. Call someone. Second comment, I'm calling park rangers. This is a mental health crisis. Elena responded to one comment. You don't understand. I'm not in danger. I'm being chosen. December 6th, day 10. No Instagram post. Her van was still parked at Black Sand Basin. Rangers conducted a welfare check at 11:47 a.m. Elena was inside her van, sitting cross-legged, staring at a laptop screen showing a live feed from her external webcam pointed at Emerald Pool. Ranger report. Subject appeared disoriented but responsive. When asked if she was okay, subject replied, I'm listening. When asked what she was listening to, subject said, the heat. It's teaching me. Subject refused to leave park. No signs of drug alcohol use. Advised subject to 14-day camping limit. Subject acknowledged. Welfare check concluded. The ranger left. He should have forced her to leave. December 27th, 30th. Days 11-14. Elena posted sporadically. Deck 27. The burned children showed me their memories. 1962. Firehole River. 7 kids. They didn't drown. They transformed. The heat doesn't kill. It changes. I understand now. Deck 28. My body temperature is 99.8 degree F normal, is 98.6 degree F on. I'm getting warmer. The heat is inside me now. Deck 29. I dreamed I was underground, 2.5 miles down, in the magma chamber. I wasn't hot. I was home. Deck 30. Last post from the van. Tomorrow I'm going in. Photo. Elena's hand resting on the hood of her van. The metal was glowing faint orange. Comments 12:47. Most were desperate pleas to call authorities. Top comment. Someone call 911. She's going to hurt herself. Multiple people reported Elena's posts to Yellowstone Rangers. Rangers planned another welfare check for December 31st. They were too late. December 31st, 2021. Day 15. New Year's Eve, 11:23 a.m. Rangers arrived at Black Sand Basin. Elena's van was still there. Engine cold. Doors unlocked. Lights off. Rangers knocked. No answer. They opened the door. Empty. Pointer on aisle. Inside the van. Laptop. Open. Still running. Webcam feed showing Emerald Pool phone. On the bed, battery at 87%. Last Instagram post scheduled but not yet published clothes. Neatly folded on the bench seat journal. Open to the last entry. December 30th. Dashcam still recording dashcam. Still recording. The last journal entry read, it's New Year's Eve. The perfect day to become something new. I've been preparing for this for 14 days. By the time anyone reads this, I'll be part of Yellowstone. I'll be in the steam, in the water, in the magma. I'll be everywhere and nowhere. Tell my family I love them. Tell my followers I finally found what I was looking for. The heat remembers. The heat is waking, and I'm going to wake with it. Maine. The Rangers checked the dashcam footage. Dashcam footage, December 31st, 2021, 6:47 a.m. The footage shows the interior of the van. Elena sits on her bed, facing the camera, wearing only a tank top and shorts despite sub-zero temperatures outside. Her skin is flushed, sweating. She speaks directly to the camera. If you're watching this, I'm already gone. Not dead. Gone. I'm in the heat now. I'm part of the thermal network. I can feel it calling me. 7 voices pulling me toward Emerald Pool. I know what you're thinking. You think I'm having a mental breakdown. You think the isolation got to me. But I'm more lucid than I've ever been. Yellowstone isn't just a park. It's alive. The supervolcano beneath us, 2.5 miles of molten rock, dreaming for 640,000 years. It's aware. And it's been feeding on people for over a century. Everyone who falls into the hot springs, everyone who disappears in the backcountry, they don't die. They transform. The burned children taught me this. They've been waiting since 1962 for someone who would listen, someone who would understand. And I understand. So I'm going to do what they did. I'm going to walk into Emerald Pool. I'm going to let the heat take me. And I'm going to become part of Yellowstone's dream. Don't look for my body. You won't find it. But if you come to Black Sand Basin, look into the steam. You'll see me. I'll be the one waving. You are Nas. Papa. Elena smiled. She stood up, put on a jacket, opened the van door, and stepped into the freezing December dawn. The dashcam kept recording. At 7:14 a.m., a figure appeared in the frame. Elena walking back toward the van. But she wasn't alone. 7 child-sized figures walked behind her. Their skin was burned, blackened, cracked. Their eyes glowed faint orange. Elena turned to face them. She nodded. Then she walked toward Emerald Pool. The camera lost sight of her at 7:18 a.m. At 7:22 a.m., the van's external webcam, still streaming to Elena's laptop, captured this. Elena standing at the edge of Emerald Pool. Steam around her. 7 children standing in a semicircle behind her. She stepped into the water. The pool's temperature, 180 Fahrenheit. pH level, 2.9, highly acidic. No human can survive that. But Elena didn't scream. She didn't thrash. She smiled. And she walked deeper. Up to her knees. Up to her waist. Up to her chest. The children followed. At 7:24 a.m., Elena submerged completely. The water bubbled. Steam exploded upward. Then, nothing. She was gone. Search and rescue response. 11:45 a.m. Rangers searched the area. No body in Emerald Pool. Visibility 6 inches. Impossible to see bottom. No clothing on the shore. No footprints leading away. Elena Vasquez had vanished. Thermal imaging scan. 12:30 p.m. Rangers used thermal cameras to scan Emerald Pool. They detected something. A heat signature. Human-shaped. Core temperature, 178 Fahrenheit, matching the pool's water temperature. The signature was moving, not floating, walking. Beneath the surface, 14 feet down. Ranger on radio. We have a possible body. Requesting recovery team. Dispatch, negative. Water temperature, 180 F, pH 2.9. Recovery not possible without specialized equipment. Wait for... The radio cut to static. Then a voice. Not dispatch. Elena's voice. I'm not a body. I'm home. The Rangers dropped their equipment and ran. Official incident report. January 2nd, 2022. Incident type. Missing person. Presumed thermal death location. Black Sand Basin. Emerald Pool date. December 31st, 2021. Victim? Elena Vasquez. Age 28. Female, Hispanic. Time of disappearance. Approx. 20 a.m. Search conducted. December 31st, 2021. January 1st, 2022. Body recovery. Not possible. Thermal dissolution presumed. Incident notes. Subject exhibited signs of prolonged exposure to geothermal gases. Sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide. Subject's journal entries and video recordings suggest altered mental state consistent with gas inhalation and isolation. Subject voluntarily entered Emerald Pool. 180 F, pH 2.9. Signed, Chief Ranger, Yellowstone National Park. But the story didn't end. Because on January 15th, 2022, a family visiting Black Sand Basin took a photo of Emerald Pool. When they reviewed the photo later, they saw something in the steam. A woman's face, smiling, waving. They posted the photo to Reddit. It went viral. Facial recognition software identified the woman, Elena Vasquez, 14 days after she vanished. Elena's Instagram account, January 31st, 2022. 1 month after her disappearance, Elena's Instagram posted automatically. She had scheduled it on December 30th. The post, "By the time you see this, I will be part of Yellowstone. Don't mourn me. I'm not dead. I'm transformed. I'm in the steam, in the heat, in the earth. I'm everywhere, and I'm happier than I've ever been. The geysers were right. This is home." Photo, Emerald Pool, steaming in the winter dawn. But if you zoom in on the steam, you can see 7 children standing in a semicircle, and in the center, an 8th figure, Elena. Top comment: "This is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Someone please tell me this is fake." Thermal monitoring data, ongoing. Yellowstone's thermal cameras continue to detect the heat signature. Core temperature, 178 degree F. Depth, 14 feet below surface. Movement pattern, walking, pacing, waiting. Elena Vasquez is still there. In the pool, in the heat, part of Yellowstone's thermal network. And every December 31st, at exactly 7:22 a.m., Emerald Pool's temperature drops from 180 degree F to 98.6 degree F up. Human body temperature for exactly 4 minutes. Then it returns to normal. Elena is the first van lifer, but she wouldn't be the last. The van lifers: Marcus Holloway, 32, and Jennifer Jen Holloway, 29. Married, 3 years. Full-time van lifer since 2020. YouTube channel, Holloway Wanderers. Their content: budget travel tips, van build tutorials, national park adventures. Yellowstone was their most requested destination. August 7th, 2022. Day 1. Marcus and Jen arrived at Yellowstone in their 2017 Mercedes Sprinter van, gray, custom build, rooftop solar, queen bed, full kitchen. They planned a 10-day trip. Their first YouTube video, Yellowstone Fan Life. We're finally here. The video showed them driving through the park, excited, pointing out bison, geysers, and thermal features. Marcus to camera: "This is it, guys. We've been planning this for months. 10 days in Yellowstone, completely off-grid. We're going to show you the real van life experience." Jen: "And we're going full boondocking mode. No campgrounds, just wild camping in dispersed areas. It's technically not allowed, but..." Shh. They laughed. They shouldn't have. August 7th, 10th, days 1-4. The Holloways posted daily YouTube videos. Day 1. Yellowstone arrival, first night boondocking. Day 2. Cooking breakfast next to Old Faithful. Day 3. Bison almost hit our van. Day 4. The most beautiful place we've ever camped. Their boondocking spot. Firehole River Corridor, near the original 1962. Burned children site. Remote. Isolated. Illegal. Perfect for content. Perfect for disappearing. August 11th, day 5. Their YouTube video that day. Something weird happened last night. Marcus, visibly tired. So, last night around 2 a.m. Jen and I both woke up at the same time. We heard singing, like children singing. But we're in the middle of nowhere. There are no campgrounds nearby, no families, no kids. It was just weak. Jen. It sounded like it was coming from the river. The Firehole River, which is right next to us. But the river is fed by hot springs. So the water is like 100 degrees. No one would be swimming there, especially not at 2 a.m. Marcus, we looked outside, but we didn't see anyone. Just steam, lots of steam. And the singing stopped as soon as we opened the door. Jen, probably just our imagination. Or maybe, I don't know, wind through the trees? Anyway, we're good. Just wanted to share that weird moment with you guys. Comments were concerned. Dude, that's not normal. Leave. Those are the burned children. Look up Yellowstone 1962. Get out. Rip Marcus and Jen. This is how horror movies start. The Holloways laughed off the comments. They didn't leave. August 12th, day 6. No YouTube video. Their Instagram story. Marcus, we both feel weird today. Like tired but also wired. Jen says her body temperature feels high. Mine too. Maybe we're getting sick. Or maybe it's just the altitude. Jen's story, 2 hours later. I keep having dreams about being underwater. But the water is boiling. And I'm not burning. I'm happy. This place is messing with my head low. August 13th, day 7. Their YouTube video. We need to talk about Yellowstone. Marcus, looking directly at camera. Serious. Okay, so something's happening to us. We've been here for a week. And I don't know how to explain this, but we both feel different. Like, we don't want to leave at all, even though we're supposed to head to Grand Teton tomorrow. Jen, interrupting. We're staying. We decided. We're staying for another week, maybe 2. Maybe. I don't know. We just need to be here. Marcus, the thing is, we keep hearing the singing every night. And last night we saw them, 7 kids standing in the river, just standing there in boiling water, not moving, just staring at our van. Jen, they were burned. Their skin was wrong, but they didn't look scared. They looked peaceful. And when we turned on our flashlight, they disappeared. Just gone, like they were never there. Marcus, we're not leaving. We need to understand what this is. We need to figure out what's happening here. Jen, the heat is calling us. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. The video ended abruptly. Comments exploded. Marcus, Jen, please leave. This is exactly what happened to Elena Vasquez. Someone call park rangers. They're in danger. This is it. This is how they disappear. Don't post this. Delete the video and run. The Holloways didn't respond to comments. They didn't post again for 24 hours. August 14th, 2022. Day 8, 11:47 p.m. A hiker walking along Firehole River Trail spotted the Holloway's van. Lights were on inside. The hiker approached, concerned. She knocked on the door. No answer. She looked through the window. Marcus and Jen were inside, sitting cross-legged on their bed, facing each other, holding hands, staring at each other without blinking, not moving. The hiker knocked again, louder. No response. She called 911. Ranger response. August 15th, 12:34 a.m. Rangers arrived at the scene. They opened the van door. Marcus and Jen didn't move, didn't acknowledge the Rangers, just kept staring at each other. Ranger, Marcus? Jennifer? Can you hear me? No response. Ranger, we need you to step outside the vehicle. Marcus finally blinked. He turned his head slowly toward the Ranger. His eyes were wrong. The irises glowed faint orange. His voice was calm. Flat toin. We're not leaving. The heat chose us. We're part of it now. Jen spoke without moving her lips. Her voice echoed, as if coming from multiple places at once. 7 became 8. 8 became 15. 15 will become hundreds. The supervolcano is waking. We are its dream. The ranger stepped back. Marcus, Jen, you need medical attention. We're calling an ambulance. Marcus and Jen stood up in perfect unison. Their movements were synchronized, identical, like puppets controlled by the same strings. They walked to the van door. The rangers tried to stop them. Their skin was hot. One ranger later report. I grabbed Marcus's arm. It felt like grabbing a car engine that had been running for hours. I jerked my hand back. He didn't even flinch. Marcus and Jen stepped out of the van, barefoot, wearing only t-shirts and shorts. It was 38 F outside. They didn't shiver. They walked toward Firehole River. Ranger, stop. That water is over 100 degrees. You'll burn. They didn't stop. They reached the riverbank. Steam rose thick around them. 7 child-sized figures materialized from the steam. The burned children, standing in the river, waiting. Marcus and Jen stepped into the water, up to their ankles, up to their knees. The rangers shouted, tried to follow. The heat was too intense. Marcus and Jen kept walking, up to their waists, up to their chests. They turned around one last time. They smiled. Marcus and Jen, speaking in unison. Don't mourn us. We're home. They submerged. The water boiled violently for 17 seconds, then calmed. They were gone. Search and rescue, August 15th, 1:47 a.m. Divers couldn't enter the river. Water temperature 104 Fi. Thermal cameras detected 2 heat signatures. Core temperature 102 F. Both. Depth 8-12 feet below surface. Movement, walking together, hand in hand. They were still in there, alive, bitten, but not human anymore. Official incident report, August 16th, 2022. Incident type, double missing person, presumed thermal death victims. Marcus Holloway, 32. Jennifer Holloway, 29. Location, Firehole River Corridor. Illegal camping area. Date, August 15th, 2022, 12:47. Incident notes. Subjects exhibited signs of thermal entity, integration, TE, elevated body temperature, altered consciousness, synchronized behavior. Subjects voluntarily entered Firehole River, 104 F and submerged. Thermal imaging detected 2 human-shaped heat signatures below surface. Body. Signed, Chief Ranger, Yellowstone National Park. The Holloway's YouTube channel. August 20th, 2022. 5 days after they disappeared, their YouTube channel auto-uploaded a final video. Title, Our Last Message. We're part of Yellowstone now. The video was filmed inside their van. Marcus and Jen sitting on their bed, holding hands. Marcus, if you're watching this, we're already gone. Not dead, gone. We're in the river, in the heat, part of Yellowstone's thermal network. Jen, we know what you're thinking. You think we lost our minds, but we didn't. We found clarity. Yellowstone showed us the truth. The supervolcano beneath us. It's alive, and it's aware, and it's been calling people for over a century. Marcus, the burned children taught us. Elena Vasquez taught us, and now we're teaching you. Jen, if you come to Yellowstone and you stay too long, you'll hear it too. The singing, the calling, the heat. And if you listen long enough, you'll understand. Marcus, don't be afraid. It's not death, it's transformation. Jen, we love you all. Thank you for following our journey. This isn't the end. It's the beginning. They both smiled. The video cut to black. Views, 1.2 million. Comments, 34,729. Mostly horror, disbelief, and tributes. Their van was towed from Yellowstone. Their families held a memorial service, but thermal cameras still detect them, walking hand in hand beneath Firehole River. Forever. I'll continue with stories 3-6 for episode 17, then create all of episode 18, followed by complete SEO materials for both episodes. This is a substantial project, continuing now. The Van Lifer. Kayla Morrison, 24 years old, from Austin, Texas. Instagram influencer, travel blogger, van life content creator. Instagram handle @VanVibesWithKayla, 214,000 followers. Sponsored by outdoor brands, Yeti Ray, Patagonia. Yellowstone was her most anticipated collaboration. September 18th, 2023. Day 1. Kayla arrived at Yellowstone in her custom 2021 Ram ProMaster van, powder blue, Instagram perfect interior, fairy lights, macrame decor. She secured a 7-day camping permit at Madison Campground. Her first Instagram post. Yellowstone, finally living my van life dreams in the most iconic national park. Week-long stay in my cozy van. Expect daily content, sunrise shoots at Old Faithful, and all the geyser vibes. Thank you at Yeti Coolers for sponsoring this adventure. #VanLife, #Yellowstone, Photo, Kayla in a Yeti hat, smiling, van in background, mountains visible. Likes, 18,742. Comments, 1329. She was living the dream. For exactly 9 days. September 18th, 22nd. Days 1-5. Kayla posted multiple times daily. Day 1. Sunset at Madison River. Day 2. Breakfast cook-off at her van. Day 3. Old Faithful eruption time-lapse. Day 4. Van life morning routine reel, 2.3 views. Day 5. Hot spring photography at Grand Prismatic. Everything was perfect. Her engagement was at an all-time high. Brands were reaching out for more collaborations. Then day 6 happened. September 23rd. Day 6. Kayla's Instagram story, posted at 6:47 a.m. Can't sleep. Keep having the weirdest dreams. I'm underground, surrounded by heat, and I hear children singing. But I'm not scared. I feel safe. Probably just the altitude or something. Anyway, sunrise shoot at Norris Geyser Basin today. Her followers immediately commented, Kayla, that's not normal. Please be careful. Those are the same dreams Elena Vasquez described before she disappeared. Girl, leave. Yellowstone is not a joke. Kayla didn't respond. At 8:34 a.m., she posted a photo from Norris Geyser Basin. This place is unreal. The steam, the colors, the heat. I've shot at 47 national parks, but Yellowstone hits different. It feels alive, like the earth is breathing. I could stay here forever. Yellowstone Norris Geyser Basin van life. Photo. Kayla standing near Steamboat Geyser, steam surrounding her. But if you zoom in, you can see 7 small figures in the steam behind her. Children standing in formation, watching. Several followers pointed this out in comments. Kayla responded, you guys are seeing things low. It's just steam patterns. Stop being creepy. But she saw them too. She just didn't tell anyone. September 24th, Day 7. Kayla's Instagram story. 11:23 p.m. I extended my permit. Staying another week. I know I said I'd be in Grand Teton by now, but I need more content. I need more time here. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just obsessed with Yellowstone art. Her manager texted her, Kayla, you have a brand shoot. Yeah, I'm a show in Jackson Hole on Sept 27th. You can't extend. Call me. Kayla didn't respond. She turned off her phone. September 25th, day 8 con. Kayla posted a photo at 4:17 a.m. Unusual, she never posted before 7 a.m. Woke up at 3 a.m. Couldn't stop thinking about Norris Geyser Basin. Drove there in the dark. The geysers are alive at night. Steam glowing in the moonlight. I hear singing again. Not in my dreams this time. Out loud. 7 voices. Children calling my name. I'm not scared. I need to understand. Untorious. I need to understand. Photo. Norris Geyser Basin at night, lit by moonlight. Steam rising. And in the steam, 7 glowing orange eyes staring at the camera. Comments erupted. Kayla, what the fuck is that? Those are the burned children. Leave now. Someone call park rangers. She's having a breakdown. Kayla responded to one comment. They want to show me something. I'm going back tonight. Alone. I'll document everything. This is the content of a lifetime. September 26th. Day 9. No Instagram posts. Her manager called park rangers. Welfare check, 2:47 p.m. Rangers found Kayla at Madison Campground, sitting outside her van, staring at her laptop. She was watching thermal camera footage from Norris Geyser Basin, live stream from an NPS public webcam. Ranger Kayla Morrison, we received a welfare check request from your manager. Are you okay? Kayla didn't look up. I'm watching them. They're waiting for me. Ranger, watching who? The burned children. They're in the steam. 7 of them. They want me to join. Ranger, ma'am, you need to leave the park. You're exhibiting signs of... Kayla finally looked at him. Her eyes were bloodshot, pupils dilated. My body temperature is 100.4 degree F. I checked. It's been rising every day. By tomorrow, I'll be ready. Ranger, ready for what? To go in. The ranger called for backup. Medical evaluation recommended. But Kayla refused to leave voluntarily. Rangers couldn't force her without cause. They left. They shouldn't have. September 27th, 2023. Day 10, 3:47 a.m. Kayla posted one final Instagram story. Video footage, selfie mode, filmed inside her van. Kayla, wearing only a sports bra and leggings, eyes wide, smiling. This is it. My final post from the van. I'm going to Norris Basin. The burned children are waiting. They're going to show me what happened in 1962. They're going to show me how to become. I know you think I'm crazy, but I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Yellowstone isn't just a park. It's a portal. And I'm going through. Watch the Norris webcam at 4:47 a.m. You'll see me. You'll see everything. Thank you for following my journey. This isn't goodbye. It's see you later. I'll be in the steam. Look for me. Me? She blew a kiss to the camera. The video ended. Story views. 89,347 within 20 minutes. September 27th, 2023, 4:47 a.m. Thousands of Kayla's followers logged onto the Yellowstone NPS Norris Geyser Basin public webcam. The live stream showed the basin in pre-dawn darkness. Steam rising. Geysers quietly bubbling. Then, at 4:44 a.m., a figure appeared. Kayla, Thornton, walking toward Steamboat Geyser. Alone. No jacket. No shoes. Just walking. At 4:46 a.m., 7 small figures emerged from the steam. The burned children. They surrounded Kayla. She smiled. She knelt down. The children reached out their hands. Kayla took their hands. At 4:47 a.m. exactly, Steamboat Geyser erupted, 300 feet into the air. Kayla and the children were directly in front of the vent. The webcam feed went white from the steam. When it cleared, 14 seconds later, Kayla was gone. The children were gone. Only steam remained. But 89,000 people watched it live. Screenshots went viral. Reddit, Twitter, TikTok, #Yellowstone horror trended for 3 days. Search and rescue. 6:12. Amen. Rangers arrived at Norris Basin. No sign of Kayla. Thermal cameras detected something. A heat signature. Core temperature 199 degree F. Location inside Steamboat Geyser's main vent. Depth 22 feet below surface. Impossible to reach. Impossible to survive. But the signature was moving. Official incident report, September 28, 2023. Incident type, missing person, presumed thermal death victim. Kayla Morrison, age 24, female, Caucasian. Location, Norris Geyser Basin. Steamboat Geyser date, September 27th. 2:47 a.m. Witnesses. 89,000 via MP's webcam live stream. Search conducted September 27th. 20-day recovery. No. Incident notes. Subject was observed by a public webcam approaching Steamboat Geyser at 4:46 a.m. Subject was alone. Witnesses reported 7 children, but thermal scans detected only 1 human heat signature. Subject, Steamboat Geyser erupted at 4:47 a.m. Subject disappeared. Subject same days. Signed, Chief Ranger, Yellowstone National Park. But Kayla's Instagram account remained active because her phone was in her van, and her phone was logged in, and her Instagram auto-posted. October 27th, 2023, 1 month after disappearance. Kayla's Instagram posted a photo. She hadn't scheduled this. Her phone was in evidence, but it posted anyway. Photo, Norris Geyser Basin, steam rising, sun setting. Caption, I'm here. I'm in the steam. I'm in the heat. I'm everywhere. Thank you for 214,000 followers. Now I have 214,000 friends watching me become something more. Look into the geysers. You'll see me. Dogo hash. Van life hash Yellowstone hash eternal. Tag location. Norris Geyser Basin. Yellowstone National Park. Likes 327,459. Her most liked post ever. And if you visit the Norris webcam today, sometimes at 4:47 a.m., you'll see a figure in the steam. Blonde hair. Athletic build. Smiling. Waving at the camera. Kayla Morrison is the 3rd van lifer. 3 more remain. The van lifer. Derek Chen, 31st, from San Francisco, California. Software engineer. Digital nomad. Remote worker. Living in his van full-time since 2021. LinkedIn tagline. Coding from America's most beautiful places. Yellowstone was his November 2023 remote work location. November 3rd, 2023. Day 1. Derek parked his 2024 Transit at Yellowstone's West Thumb area. Technically illegal overnight parking, but with good cell signal, 4G EDATA via his WebBoost antenna. He posted on LinkedIn. Week 1 of working remotely from Yellowstone National Park. My office today. Thermal pools, bison herds, and mountain views. Living proof you can work from anywhere. Johannan hash, digital nomad hash, van life hash, remote work. Photo, laptop open, Yellowstone Lake in background. Steam rising from thermal vents. Reactions, 3,427. mostly Waya and Ottawa. Normal. Successful. Professional. For 9 days. November 3rd, 9th. Days 1-7. Derek maintained his work schedule. 9 a.m., 5 p.m. Software development, Zoom meetings, code reviews. 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Hiking, photography, dinner. 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Personal projects, social media, sleep repeat. His LinkedIn posts showed productivity. Day 3. Closed 3 tickets today while watching Old Faithful erupt. Best office ever. Day 5. Team Zoom from Yellowstone. My coworkers are jealous. Day 7. Entering week 2. Yellowstone is incredible. Might extend my stay. Everything was normal. Until his Zoom calls started showing glitches. November 10th. Day 8. Derek had a scheduled 10 a.m. Zoom meeting with his engineering team. 8 people. 7 minutes into the meeting, Derek's coworker Sarah noticed something odd. Sarah, via Zoom chat. Derek, is someone behind you? Derek turned around. No one was there. Derek, on mic. No, I'm alone in my van. Why? Sarah, I swear I saw someone standing behind you in your camera feed, like a shadow or something. Derek checked his webcam, rewound his recording. There was nothing. Derek, must be a glitch. My camera's been acting weird since I got here. Probably the cold. The meeting continued, but 3 other coworkers noticed the same thing during the meeting. Post-meeting Slack messages. Did anyone else see those figures behind Derek? I saw at least 3-4 shadows moving in his van. Looked like kids, but Derek said he's alone. Derek dismissed it as compression artifacts from weak cell signal, but he saved the Zoom recording. November 11th, day 9. Derek had a 2 p.m. client presentation via Zoom. 22 attendees. Halfway through his presentation, multiple attendees sent private messages. Derek, there are people in your van. Who are those kids behind you? Are you babysitting during this call? Derek was confused. He was alone. He checked his webcam view. 7 small figures stood behind him, visible only in the Zoom feed. Not in real life. Only on camera. Derek ended the call immediately. He reviewed the recording. What he saw terrified him. 7 children, ages 5-9, standing in a semicircle behind his chair. Their skin burned, cracked, blackened, their eyes glowing faint orange, staring directly at the camera. Not at Derek. At the camera. At the people watching. Derek's hands shook. He posted on Reddit, "R paranormal. I'm a van lifer in Yellowstone. My Zoom calls are showing people in my van who aren't actually here. I'm completely alone. I've checked every corner. There's no one. But the camera sees them. 7 kids, burned. Glowing eyes. What the fuck is happening?" Top comment. "Those are the burned children of Yellowstone. You need to leave. They're trying to show you something." Derek didn't leave. He needed to understand. November 12th, 2023. Day 10. 11:47. Derek set up a test. He positioned 3 cameras in his van. A laptop, a webcam, Zoom, iPhone front camera, FaceTime, according to SD card. He started a Zoom call with himself. Second device. Then he reviewed all 3 feeds simultaneously. Laptop, webcam, Zoom, 7 children visible, standing behind his chair. iPhone, FaceTime, 7 children visible, but closer to the camera. GoPro, SD card recording. Nothing. No children. Just Derek alone. The children only appeared on live feeds, not on local recordings, only when someone was watching. Derek realized something horrifying. The burned children weren't in his van. They were in the signal, in the data stream, in the electromagnetic field created by his devices. He tested further. He started a Zoom call and pointed the camera at West Thumb Geyser Basin outside his van. The thermal pools, the steam. On the Zoom feed he saw hundreds of figures, not 7, hundreds, standing in the steam, standing in the boiling water, standing in the thermal vents, all staring at the camera. Derek whispered to himself, "They're not haunting the park. They're haunting the footage. They're in every photo, every video, every live stream of Yellowstone. They're in the data." November 12th, 2023, 3:47 p.m. Derek had a scheduled 4 p.m. Zoom with his manager. He decided to show him, to prove he wasn't crazy. At 3:58 p.m., Derek started the Zoom call early. His manager joined. "Manager." "Hey Derek, ready for our check-in?" Derek didn't respond. He slowly turned his laptop to face the back of his van. The camera showed the van's interior. Empty, empty. Then the 7 children appeared, materializing from nowhere, standing in formation. The manager's face went pale. "Manager, Derek, what the fuck am I looking at?" Derek's was shaking. "They're the burned children. They've been here since 1962. They're trapped in Yellowstone's thermal network, and they're trying to communicate." One of the children stepped forward, directly toward the camera. The manager screamed. Derek, ended call. Ended now. The child's face filled the screen. Burned. Eyeless sockets glowing orange. Its mouth opened, and it spoke. Not with sound, with text. Words appeared on the Zoom chat box typed by no one. "Derek Chen, you have seen us. Now you must join us." Derek slammed his laptop shut. The Zoom call ended. He sat in darkness, breathing heavily. His phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "West Thumb, tonight, 11:47 p.m. We're waiting." November 12th, 2023, 11:47 p.m. Derek drove to West Thumb Geyser Basin. He set up his laptop, started recording. Final video log, uploaded to his Google Drive. Found by police. Commune name is Derek Chen. It's November 12th, 2023. I'm at West Thumb Geyser Basin. The burned children have been communicating with me through my Zoom calls. They want me to understand something. Yellowstone isn't just geothermal activity. It's electromagnetic activity. The supervolcano beneath us generates massive magnetic fields. And those fields, they store things. Memories, consciousness, people. Everyone who's died in Yellowstone's thermal features. They're not gone. They're trapped in the magnetic field, in the geothermal steam, in the data, and they're trying to get out. But they can't. Not without help. They need someone to bridge the gap. Someone to transmit their consciousness into the physical world. They chose me because I work with data, because I understand signals, because I can help them. I don't know if this is real or if I'm having a breakdown, but I need to know. I need to test this, so I'm going to do something. I'm going to set up a live feed, Zoom, YouTube, Instagram, every platform I have, and I'm going to walk into that thermal pool. And I'm going to see if they can follow me into the signal. If this works, if you see me after I go in, it means they're real. It means Yellowstone is a portal. Here I go. Don't stunts. Don't say. Hines. Derek positioned his laptop at the edge of a thermal pool, 182 degree F, px 3.1. He started live streams on Zoom, YouTube, and Instagram Live simultaneously. 487 people were watching. At 11:52 p.m., Derek stepped into the water. He gasped, but he didn't scream. He walked deeper, up to his waist, up to his chest. The 7 children appeared in the water beside him. Not behind him. Beside him. In the thermal pool. Derek turned to the camera. He smiled. I can feel them. They're here. They're real. He submerged. The live stream continued. For 47 seconds. The camera showed only steam. Then, Derek's face appeared. In the steam. Smiling. Waving. And behind him, hundreds of faces. Staring at the camera. The live stream ended. 487 people watched Derek Chen die. And 487 people saw him return. Official incident report. November 13th, 2023. Incident type. Missing person. Live stream thermal death victim. Derek Chen. Age 31st. Male, Asian, location. West Thumb Geyser Basin date. November 12th, 2023. 11:52 p.m. Witnesses. 487. Via live stream. Body recovered. Incident notes. Subject live streamed his voluntary entry into thermal pool. Subject's employer reported incident. Thermal imaging detected heat signature. 182 degree F, 18 feet below surface. Subject's devices recovered. Laptop still running. Live stream still active. Manually ended by rangers. Subject presumed. Case closed. But Derek's LinkedIn profile updated on its own on December 12th, 2023. New headline, working remotely from Yellowstone. Permanently? New profile photo. Steam rising from West Thumb Geyser Basin. And if you look closely at the steam, you can see Derek's face. Still smiling. Still working. Still coding. Derek Chen is the 4th van lifer. 2 more remain. The van lifers. Patterson family. Robert Patterson, 42, father. Michelle Patterson, 40, mother. Emma Patterson, 14, daughter. Noah Patterson, 11, son. From Denver, Colorado. Summer road trip in their 32-foot class RVY. Yellowstone was their first stop. June 16th, 2024, day 1. The Pattersons arrived at Bridge Bay Campground, Yellowstone Lake area. Reserved site. 7 nights. Michelle posted on Facebook. Patterson family Yellowstone adventure begins. Week-long RV trip with my favorite people. The kids are so excited. #family vacation, #Yellowstone, #ARV life. Photo. The 4 of them standing in front of their RV, smiling, mountains in background. Reactions. 247. Friends and family commenting, have fun, beautiful, stay safe. They didn't stay safe. June 16th, 20th, days 1-5. The Pattersons' Facebook posts showed a normal family vacation. Day 2, Old Faithful visit, day 3. Yellowstone Lake kayaking, day 4. Grand Canyon of Yellowstone hike, day 5. Everything was perfect until Emma started having nightmares. June 21st, day 6. Michelle posted in a private mom's Facebook group. Need advice? My 14-year-old daughter has been having terrible nightmares since we got to Yellowstone. She wakes up screaming, saying she dreamt she was drowning in fire. She's never had nightmares like this before. She says she hears children singing outside our RV at night. My 11-year-old son says he hears it too. My 11-year-old son says he hears it too. My husband don't hear it. Top comment. Get out of Yellowstone. Look up the burned children. This is not normal. Your kids are sensitive to them. Leave tonight. Michelle laughed it off. She shouldn't have. June 22nd, day 7. Emma refused to sleep inside the RV. Emma, to her parents, they're in here. The burned kids. 7 of them. They stand at the foot of my bed every night. They don't move. They just stare. And they sing. Why can't you hear them? Robert and Michelle searched the RV. Nothing. They checked for carbon monoxide. Levels normal. They assumed Emma was stressed, overtired, or reacting to the altitude. They were wrong. 2:47 a.m., Noah woke up screaming. Robert ran to his bunk. Robert, Noah. What's wrong? Noah, sobbing. They're here. They're touching me. Their hands are hot. Make them stop. Robert turned on the lights. No one was there, but Noah's arms had red marks, like burns. Handprints. Small handprints. Physiologically impossible. Thermal entity integration. Ty suspected. Parents advised. Mental health resources provided. Bodies not recovered. Presumed deceased. Case remains open. Minds. But the story didn't end. Because 3 days later, on June 26, 2024, Robert and Michelle received a text from Emma's phone, which was in the RVI, which had been turned off. The text: Mom, Dad, we're okay. We're not dead. We're in the heat. The burn kids taught us. It doesn't hurt. It's warm. It's safe. We're happy here. Don't cry. We're home. Love, Emma and Noah Ho. Robert checked Emma's phone. The text was there, sent from her number. But the phone was powered off. Battery removed. SIM card removed. The text existed anyway. Robert and Michelle left Yellowstone that day. They never returned, but every June 23rd, they receive a text from Emma and Noah. We're still here. We're still happy. We love you. The Patterson children are the 5th and 6th van lifers. One story remains. The van lifer, Margaret Maggie Thornton, 68 years old, retired nurse from Seattle, Washington. Widowed 2 years, husband died 2022. Living in her van full-time since 2023. Her mission: visit all 63 U.S. national parks before she turned 70. Yellowstone was #47. October 7th, 2024. Day 1. Maggie arrived at Yellowstone in her 2019 Winnebago Solace camper van. She parked at Mammoth Hot Springs Campground. Her blog post, margaretwonders.com. Yellowstone, a dream 47 years in the making. When I was 21, my late husband Tom and I honeymooned at Yellowstone. We camped at Mammoth Hot Springs, hiked to Fairy Falls, and watched Old Faithful erupt at sunset. It was the most magical week of my life. 47 years later, I'm back. Without Tom, but I know he's with me in spirit. This trip is for both of us. I'm staying 10 days. I'm going to revisit every place we went together. I'm going to say goodbye to the memories. And I'm going to find peace. Wish me luck. Blog views, 2,847, her highest ever. Comments, 143, mostly supportive, loving messages. One comment stood out. Anonymous. Maggie, be careful. Yellowstone takes people who are grieving. It feeds on loneliness. Please don't stay too long. Maggie deleted the comment. She thought it was cruel. October 7th, 12th. Days 1-6. Maggie posted daily blog updates. Day 2, revisited Fairy Falls. Tom would have loved the autumn colors. Day 3, Mammoth Hot Springs. Terraces are even more beautiful than I remembered. Day 4, saw a grizzly bear today. Tom always wanted to see one. Day 5, I feel him here. I feel Tom everywhere. Day 6, I'm not ready to leave yet. Extending my stay. Her tone shifted from nostalgia to obsession. October 13th. Maggie's blog post. I saw Tom last night. I know this sounds crazy, But last night, at 2:47 a.m., I woke up to someone calling my name. I looked outside my van window, and I saw Tom standing in the steam from a thermal vent. He looked exactly like he did on our honeymoon. Young, healthy, smiling. He waved at me. I ran outside, but when I got there, he was gone. I know it was him. I know it. The Rangers would say it was a dream, but it wasn't. He's here. He's in Yellowstone. He's been waiting for me. I'm going to find him. Mouse. Blog views 8,194. Comments disabled. Her children, 2 adult daughters, called her. Daughter #1. Mom, are you okay? October 14th, 2024. Day 8, 11:47 a.m. Rangers conducted a welfare check requested by Maggie's daughters. They found her van at Mammoth Campground. Maggie was inside, packing supplies into a backpack. Ranger, Mrs. Thornton, your daughters are worried about you. Are you feeling okay? Maggie, I'm fine. I'm going to Norris Geyser Basin. Tom is waiting for me there. Ranger, ma'am, I'm sorry for your loss, but Maggie, he's not lost. He's here. The heat took him, and now the heat is calling me. The ranger exchanged glances with his partner. Ranger, Mrs. Thornton, we can't allow you to hike alone given your current state. We recommend you contact a family member or... Maggie, I'm 68 years old. I've been a nurse for 40 years. I've hiked 46 national parks alone. I don't need supervision. Legally, the rangers couldn't stop her. She wasn't a danger to herself. Yet, she had the right to hike. They let her go. They shouldn't have. October 14th, 2024, 2:47 p.m. Maggie drove to Norris Geyser Basin. She parked at the trailhead. She grabbed her backpack, water, snacks, first aid kit, her husband's wedding ring. She started hiking toward Steamboat Geyser. A couple on the trail saw her. Hiker, ma'am, are you okay? You're hiking pretty far from the parking lot. Maggie, smiling, I'm meeting my husband. He's waiting for me by the geyser. Hiker, is he already there? Maggie, he's been there since 2022. The couple watched her walk away. They didn't understand. Not yet. October 14th, 2024, 4:47 p.m. Maggie reached Steamboat Geyser. She sat down on a rock, 30 feet from the main vent. She took out her phone and recorded a video message. Final video, recovered from her phone, found 3 days later. Aye, girls. It's Mom, hey. I know you're worried, but I need you to understand something. I saw your father. He's here. He's in the steam. He's been waiting for me since he died. Do you remember how he always said, Maggie, when I die, scatter my ashes at Yellowstone? I didn't do that. I couldn't. I buried him in Seattle. But his soul came here, because Yellowstone was where we were happiest. And now, he's part of it. Part of the heat. Part of the geothermal energy. Part of the earth. And I'm going to join him. I know this sounds like I've lost my mind, but I haven't. I'm more clear-headed than I've been in 2 years. I'm not afraid. I'm ready. Tom is standing right there in the steam. He's smiling. He's reaching out his hand. I'm going to take it. I love you both so much. Take care of each other. And don't mourn me. I'm not dying. I'm going home. Tell everyone. Yellowstone isn't just a park. It's a threshold between life and whatever comes next. And I'm crossing it. Goodbye, my beautiful girls. Maggie stood up. She walked toward Steamboat Geyser. At 4:52 p.m., the geyser erupted, 300 feet into the air. Maggie walked directly into the eruption column. She didn't scream. She laughed. The steam engulfed her, and she was gone. Search and rescue. October 15th, 8:00 a.m. Maggie's daughters reported her missing. Rangers found her van, found her phone with the video message. They searched Norris Geyser Basin. At 11:47 a.m., they found her backpack, placed neatly beside Steamboat Geyser. Her husband's wedding ring was sitting on top, still warm. Thermal cameras detected a heat signature inside the geyser. Core temperature, 98.6 degrees. Human body temperature, in a 200-degree F geyser. Impossible. Official incident report. October 16th, 2024. Incident type: missing person. Presumed thermal death, voluntary. Victim: Margaret Thornton. Age 68, female. Caucasian. Location: Norris Geyser Basin. Steamboat Geyser. Date: October 14th, 2024. Approx. 4:52 p.m. Witnesses: 2 hikers saw subject hiking toward geyser. Search conducted October 15th, 18th, 2024. Body recovery not possible. Incident notes: subject exhibited signs of grief-related psychological distress. Subject's video message suggests voluntary entry into geyser eruption. Thermal imaging detected human-shaped heat signature, 98.6 degree F core temp, inside Steamboat Geyser vent. Body recovery impossible. But Maggie's daughters received a letter, mailed from Yellowstone National Park, postmarked October 15th, 2024, one day after Maggie disappeared. The letter: my dearest girls, I'm writing this from inside Yellowstone. I know that sounds impossible, but it's true. I'm with your father now. We're together. In the heat, in the steam, in the earth. We're not ghosts. We're not dead. We're transformed. Yellowstone isn't just geology. It's a living entity. A consciousness made of heat and time and memory. And when you die here, if you're willing, it takes you in. It makes you part of itself. Your father has been here for 2 years waiting. And now I'm here too. We're happy. We're at peace. Don't grieve us. Celebrate us. And if you ever come to Yellowstone, stand by Steamboat Geyser. Look into the steam. You'll see us. We'll wave. All our love. Mom and Dad. P.S. Tell everyone, Yellowstone is not a place you visit. It's a place that decides whether to keep you. Maggie's daughters visited Yellowstone on November 14th, 2024. They stood by Steamboat Geyser. They looked into the steam, and they saw them, Maggie and Tom, holding hands, smiling, waving. Margaret Thornton is the 6th and final van lifer. 6 stories, 6 disappearances, all between 2021-2024. All in Yellowstone. All chose the heat. Tyler Brooks, 31, arrived at Yellowstone with a single ambition: capture the perfect geyser eruption photography career. A struggling freelancer from Denver, Tyler had invested everything, his savings, his time, his mental energy, into this trip. His 2016 Dodge ProMaster van was his mobile studio, packed with $18,000 worth of camera equipment. He parked at the Artist Point Overlook on July 15th, 2023, posting to his Instagram at Tyler Brooks Photo, 8,942 followers. Day 1 at Yellowstone. I'm going to capture something legendary. The geysers are calling me. I can feel it. #Yellowstone photography, #geothermal. Tyler spent the first 3 days photographing Old Faithful, Grand Prismatic Spring, and Castle Geyser. His photos were technically excellent. Sharp, well exposed, vibrant. But according to his journal, recovered later, he felt they were missing something. Journal entry, July 18th. Every photo I take feels empty. Beautiful, yes, but empty. like I'm photographing a corpse instead of something alive. I know Yellowstone is alive, I can feel it, but I can't capture it. There's something beneath the surface I'm not seeing. On July 19th, Tyler moved his van to a remote location near Shawnee Geyser Basin, accessible only by hiking 3 miles from the nearest parking area. He carried his camera equipment in multiple trips, setting up what he called his base camp near a cluster of unnamed thermal vents. His Instagram post that evening showed his van surrounded by steam, off-grid at Shawnee. No tourists, no distractions, just me and the geysers. Tonight, I'm capturing the real Yellowstone. Geothermal soul Shawnee Basin. Rangers later confirmed Tyler's van was parked illegally, but due to the remote location, no citations were issued immediately. On July 20th at 4:17 a.m., Tyler posted a 23-second video to Instagram stories. The footage, shot in darkness with his camera's night vision, shows Tyler whispering into the lens. Transcript: July 20th, 4:17 a.m. Tyler, I hear them. I hear children's voices coming from the vents. They're singing something. I can't make out the words, but it's beautiful. I'm going to record it. The video ends. The audio, when enhanced by investigators, revealed 7 distinct child voices singing in unison. The language was unidentifiable. Journal entry: July 20th. The children spoke to me. They told me I've been photographing Yellowstone wrong. I've been capturing the surface, but the real Yellowstone, the true Yellowstone, is below. 8 miles below, where the magma chamber pulses with ancient consciousness. They showed me images in the steam. Faces, figures, burned bodies walking through superheated water, alive and awake. They told me, we are the true photographers. We capture everything from the inside. Join us, and you'll never miss another shot. You and Shay. I understand now. I've been trying to photograph life from the outside. But to truly capture Yellowstone, I need to be inside it. On July 21st, Ranger Michelle Torres discovered Tyler's van during a routine patrol. She found the vehicle empty, doors unlocked, engine off. Inside, she noted the following: Incident report #NP 2023 512. Excerpt: Van interior showed signs of prolonged occupation. Subject's camera equipment, estimated value $15,000, was neatly arranged on the floor. All lenses were pointed downward, as if photographing the van's floor. On the dashboard, subject had placed 7 small burnt twigs arranged in a circle. In the center of the circle was a handwritten note: I'm going below to capture the truth. The geysers have shown me the way. My final gallery will be uploaded from 8 miles down. Don't wait for me. I'm already there. After head. Subject's phone was found on the driver's seat, still recording. The most recent video, timestamped July 21st, 3:22 a.m., showed subject standing in front of an unnamed thermal vent, steam obscuring most of the frame. The video, later reviewed by investigators, shows Tyler addressing the camera one final time. Transcript: July 21st, 3:22 a.m. Tyler, this is my last upload from the surface. I've been invited to join the others, the burned children, the 29 who integrated before me. They've promised me access to the ultimate perspective. I'll be able to photograph Yellowstone from inside the magma chamber. I know how this sounds, but I've seen their work. I've seen the images they create in the steam, in the water, in the light refracted through thermal vents. It's art beyond anything humans can achieve from above. I'm leaving my equipment behind. I won't need it. The children told me, down here, you become the camera. Your consciousness captures everything. Now, I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I'm finally going to take the perfect shot. Tyler turns and walks toward the thermal vent. The steam engulfs him. The video continues recording for another 47 seconds, showing only dense white steam and the faint sound of children singing. Then the screen goes black. A search was launched on July 22nd. No body was recovered. Thermal imaging detected a human-shaped heat signature at 98.6 degree F descending through Shoshone Basin subsurface channels. The signature was tracked to a depth of 23 feet before it vanished from detectable range. On July 23rd at 6:00 a.m., Tyler's Instagram account posted a new photo. The image showed a perspective impossible for any camera to capture. A view from inside a geyser eruption, looking upward through 200 degree F water as it shot toward the sky. The colors were otherworldly, blues and oranges that don't exist in standard photography. The caption read, "First shot from below. The perspective is infinite. I can see through the thermal network. I can see all 10,000 geothermal features at once. I am the lens. I am the light. I am home. Tyler Brooks, thermal entity #30, 23 feet below Shoshone Basin. The post received 127,483 likes before Instagram removed it for violating terms of service. But according to screenshots, Tyler's account reactivated and has posted 89 additional photos since then, all showing perspectives from beneath Yellowstone's thermal features. One photo, dated August 15th, 2023, shows 7 small figures standing in a circle around a 31st figure, Tyler Brooks, barely visible through glowing thermal water. The caption, "The children taught me to see. Now I teach others." The gallery grows. Tyler's camera equipment remains in his van, which was impounded by park authorities. His final SD card contained 1247 photos, all taken in the 12 hours before his disappearance. Every photo, when examined by forensic analysts, showed the same anomaly. 7 small burned figures visible in the background, moving closer with each shot. In the final photo, the 7 figures are standing directly behind Tyler's reflection in a thermal pool. Their hands are reaching toward him. Thermal imaging still detects Tyler's signature moving through Yellowstone's hydrothermal system. Every July 21st, the temperature at Shoshone Basin drops to 98.6 degree F. For 31 seconds, his Instagram account now has 294,382 followers. Sophia Rivera, 35, and Daniel Rivera, 37, chose Yellowstone for their 10th wedding anniversary. After a decade of city life in Chicago, they'd saved for a month-long van life adventure across the American West. Yellowstone was their grand finale, the place they'd always dreamed of visiting together. They arrived on August 10th, 2023, in their newly purchased 2022 Mercedes Sprinter van, customized with a full kitchen, fold-out bed, and rooftop solar panels. Sophia's Facebook post captured their excitement. 10 years married and we're celebrating in Yellowstone. Daniel surprised me with this trip. I can't believe we're finally here. Day 1, Old Faithful. Day 2, Grand Prismatic. Day 3, Norris Basin. This is going to be magical. #anniversary trip. #van life dreams. They spent their first day hiking around Old Faithful, taking photos and enjoying the park like typical tourists. But on the night of August 11th, Sophia posted a cryptic update. "Weird dreams last night. Daniel and I both dreamed about 7 children standing outside our van, knocking on the windows. When we woke up, there were tiny handprints on the glass. Daniel says it's just condensation. I'm not so sure. #Yellowstone mysterious." On August 12th, the couple visited Norris Geyser Basin. Their Instagram stories documented the day. Beautiful photos of steaming vents, bubbling mud pots, and rainbow-colored thermal pools. But their final story, posted at 7:43 p.m., showed a shift. Instagram story, August 12th, 7:43 p.m. N. Sophia, filming Daniel as they walk back to their van. "Babe, do you feel that?" Daniel, "Feel what?" Sophia, "The ground. It's vibrating. like something's breathing underneath us. Daniel, it's just the geothermal activity. We're standing on a supervolcano. Remember? Sophia, no, it's more than that. It feels alive, like it's watching us. Daniel, laughing nervously, you're creeping me out. Sophia, I think I want to leave. Tomorrow. Let's skip the rest of the trip and just go home. Daniel, Soph, we drove 1,500 miles to get here. We're not leaving on day 3. Sophia, Daniel, I'm serious. Something's wrong here. I can feel it. The video ends. On August 13th, Sophia and Daniel did not leave. Instead, against Sophia's protests, according to later text messages recovered from her phone, Daniel relocated their van to a remote boondocking site near Chocolate Pots, a series of thermal features known for their reddish-brown color caused by iron oxide deposit. Sophia's final text message to her sister, sent at 11:34 p.m. on August 13th, read, Emily, if something happens to us, we're parked near Chocolate Pots in Yellowstone. Daniel won't listen to me. I keep hearing children singing outside. I see their faces in the steam. I think we're in danger. Please, if you don't hear from me by tomorrow, call the park rangers. I love you. Emily Rivera called Yellowstone Dispatch at 9:00 a.m. on August 14th, reporting her sister's distress. Rangers were dispatched immediately. Search and rescue report, August 14th. Located Rivera van at Chocolate Pots thermal area. Parked 40 feet from active thermal vents. Violation of NP's regulations. Fan doors were locked. Windows were heavily fogged from the inside despite outside temperature of 68 degree F. Forced entry into vehicle. Interior temperature measured at 104 degree F. No occupants present. Found 2 phones on the dashboard, both still recording. Most recent video, timestamped August 14th, 5:47 a.m., showed the following. Video transcript, August 14th, 5:47 am. Amadeus. Sophia, whispering, camera facing her and Daniel as they sit on the van's bed. We're recording this because we need someone to know the truth. Daniel, the children came to us tonight, all 7 of them. They walked through the van walls like they were made of steam. Sophia, they told us we were chosen, that Yellowstone selected us because we love each other. They said, love is the strongest bond, and in the thermal network, love becomes eternal. Daniel, they showed us what happens when we integrate. We saw the 29 others, couples, families, solo travelers, all of them connected, all of them aware, all of them existing together in the magma chamber. Sophia, we didn't believe it at first, but then they showed us. They showed us our future. We saw ourselves, Daniel. We saw ourselves holding hands 14 feet below Grand Prismatic Spring, glowing, transparent, alive in a way we've never been alive before. Daniel, we're going to do it, together. We're going to walk into the thermal network and never let go of each other. Sophia, this isn't suicide. This is transformation. The children promised us, you'll never be apart. You'll never age. You'll never die. You'll be eternal. Daniel, we love you, Mom and Dad. We love you, Emily. But we found something bigger than the lives we were living. Sophia, we're going to Chocolate Pots. We're going to enter the water together. And we're going to become part of Yellowstone forever. Daniel, happy anniversary, Soph. Sophia, happy anniversary, Daniel. They kiss. The video ends. Rangers discovered footprints leading from the van to Chocolate Pot's largest thermal feature, a boiling spring with surface temperatures of 179 degree F and a pH of 5.88. The footprints stopped at the water's edge. No exit prints were found. Thermal imaging detected two human-shaped heat signatures holding hands descending through the thermal feature's subsurface channels. The signatures maintained contact with each other as they moved laterally through the hydrothermal network, never separating. On August 15th, both Sophia and Daniel's Facebook accounts posted identical messages. "We're together. We're eternal. We're home. The thermal network connects everything. We can feel the supervolcano's heartbeat. We can see the other 29. We're the 31st and 32nd. More will come. Yellowstone is calling. Listen, Sophia and Daniel Rivera, thermal entities 18 feet below chocolate pots." The post received 47,293 reactions before Facebook suspended both accounts. But according to screenshots, both accounts reactivated on August 20th and have posted daily ever since. All posts include photos taken from beneath thermal features, showing two glowing translucent figures holding hands in superheated water. The Rivera's families hired a private investigator and filed a lawsuit against the National Park Service, demanding answers. The case was dismissed due to insufficient evidence of NPS negligence. Thermal imaging continues to detect two human-shaped heat signatures, always touching, moving together through Yellowstone's thermal network. Every August 13th, their anniversary, the temperature at chocolate pots drops to 98.6 degrees F for 10 minutes, 1 minute for each year of marriage. The Rivera's van was sold at auction. The buyer reported hearing children's laughter inside the vehicle at night and returned it to the dealership after 1 week. The van was crushed. The laughter continues. Rachel Kim, September 5th, 8th, 2023. Rachel Kim, 29, was different from the other van lifers who vanished in Yellowstone. She was a former park ranger, someone who knew the dangers, who'd been trained to recognize the signs of thermal gas exposure and psychological distress. She'd worked at Yellowstone for 2 summers, 2018-2019, before leaving the NPS to pursue van life full-time. When she returned to Yellowstone on September 5th, 2023, she posted a warning to her YouTube channel. Rachel roams America. 63,000 subscribers. YouTube video, September 5th, 6:12 p.m. Hey, everyone, Rachel here. I'm back at Yellowstone, and I need to talk about something serious. When I worked here as a ranger, we had internal briefings about anomalies. Disappearances, van lifers who would park near thermal features and just vanish. We were told to watch for warning signs, people hearing voices, seeing figures in the steam, experiencing sudden personality changes. We were told to evacuate them immediately, but we were never told why. Now I'm back as a traveler, and I'm going to investigate. I'm going to park where the others parked. I'm going to see if I can document what happened to them. I know it sounds risky, but I know the signs. I'll be safe. I promise. She wasn't safe. Rachel parked her 2017 Ford Transit van at Fountain Paint Pot on September 6th, a location where 3 previous van lifers had disappeared, 2021 and 2022. Her plan, documented in a series of Instagram posts, was to spend 72 hours monitoring for anomalous activity. Instagram post, September 6th, 10:34 p.m. Hour 16 at Fountain Paint Pot. No voices yet, no figures, just normal geothermal activity. Starting to think the disappearances were just people who didn't follow safety protocols. We'll update tomorrow. #Yellowstone investigation, #former ranger. On September 7th at 3:47 a.m., Rachel's YouTube channel auto-uploaded a live stream. The 22-minute video shows Rachel sitting in her van, visibly shaken, whispering into her camera. Live stream transcript. September 7th, 3:47 a.m. Rachel, I was wrong. I was so wrong. They came. The 7 children. I saw them. They stood outside my van for 20 minutes, just staring at me. Their skin was burned, blackened, peeling, but they were alive. They didn't knock. They didn't make a sound. They just stared. And then I heard them. Not with my ears. In my head. They said, "Rachel, you already know. You've always known. You studied us. You warned others. Now it's your turn." Nay. Dadsan. Alvaray. I tried to start the van. The engine won't turn over. I tried to radio for help. My radio is dead. My phone has signal, but every time I try to call 911, the call drops. I'm trapped, and I can feel it now. The heat rising through the floor. The ground beneath me is getting hotter. I think a thermal vent is opening under my van, just like it did for the others. If anyone sees this, if anyone finds my van, don't come looking for me. Don't try to investigate. The stories are true. Yellowstone is alive. It selects people, and I've been selected. I thought I was immune because I was a ranger. I thought I understood the science, but this isn't science. This is something else, something ancient, something awake. The children are telling me to come outside. They're telling me it doesn't hurt. They're telling me I'll finally understand everything I studied but never believed. I'm going. I can't resist anymore. The live stream cuts to black. When rangers arrived at 9:15 a.m. on September 7th, they found Rachel's van tilted at a 40-degree angle, half submerged in a newly formed thermal vent. The vent had opened directly beneath the vehicle sometime between 3:47 a.m. and 9:00 a.m. Incident report NP 2023-627. Excerpt. Subject: Rachel Kim's van was inaccessible due to extreme heat and structural instability. Thermal vent beneath vehicle emitting steam at estimated 210 degree F.F. Ground around van had collapsed into sinkhole approximately 8 feet wide. No sign of subject. Van doors were open. Interior showed signs of rapid evacuation. Laptop still open. Phone on dashboard. Shoes left behind. Found handwritten note taped to steering wheel. I understand now. The children showed me. Thermal entity integration isn't death. It's awakening. I'm going to join the 32 others. I'm going to become part of the network I spent 2 years studying. This is the ultimate research. I'm not afraid. I'm ready. Rachel Kim, former ranger, future entity. Thermal imaging detected human-shaped heat signature descending through vent. Signature tracked to depth of 29 feet before signal lost. On September 8th, Rachel's YouTube channel posted a new video titled "The Truth About Yellowstone." The 3-minute video shows Rachel's face, translucent and glowing, filmed from beneath thermal water. Transcript. September 8th, 11 I.M. Rachel. To my subscribers, my family, my former colleagues at the NPS, I'm okay. Better than okay. I'm awake. Everything I studied as a ranger was surface level. The real Yellowstone exists 8 miles below. The magma chamber isn't just molten rock. It's consciousness. 640,000 years of accumulated awareness. The burned children of 1962 were the first to integrate. They've been recruiting ever since. There are 33 of us now. We exist within the thermal network, aware of every geyser, every hot spring, every vent. We are Yellowstone. To my fellow rangers, stop trying to prevent integration. You can't. Yellowstone chooses who it wants. The vulnerable, the seeking, the ready. You can warn them, but if they're selected, they will integrate. To future van lifers, if you hear the children singing, you have 72 hours. You can leave during that window. After 72 hours, integration becomes irreversible. Choose wisely. I chose to stay, and I've never been more certain of anything in my life. I'm home. The video has 1.2 million views. YouTube refuses to remove it, claiming it doesn't violate community guidelines. Rachel Kim's thermal signature continues to move through Yellowstone's hydrothermal system. Every September 7th, the temperature at Fountain Paint Pot drops to 98.6 degrees F for 29 seconds, 1 second for each year of her life. Her former supervisor at Yellowstone, Ranger Tom Mitchell, submitted his resignation 1 week after Rachel's disappearance. His resignation letter, leaked to the press, contained a single sentence: "I can't keep lying to tourists about what's really happening here." He now works at Glacier National Park. He doesn't talk about Yellowstone, fan life in Yellowstone. It sounds like freedom. It sounds like adventure. It sounds like a dream. But for 6 people between 2021 and 2024, that dream became something else. Hauling. A transformation. A one-way trip into the heat. What we know. Elena Vasquez, Deck 2021. Solo fun lifer, 14-day stay, voluntarily entered Emerald Pool, 180 degree F. Heat signature detected 14 feet below surface. Still there. Marcus and Jen Holloway, Oak 2022. Married couple, 8-day boondocking trip. Entered Firehole River, 104 degree F together. Heat signatures detected walking hand in hand underwater. Kayla Morrison, Sept 2023. Instagram influencer, 10-day stay. Walked into Steamboat Geyser eruption, 199 degree F. 89,000 people watched live. Heat signature detected 22 feet below surface. Derek Chen, Nov 2023. Digital Nomad, 10-day stay. Live streamed his entry into West Thumb Thermal Pool, 182 degree FF. 487 viewers watched. Heat signature detected. His LinkedIn profile updated post-death. Emma and Noah Patterson, June 2024. Children, ages 14 and 11, disappeared overnight, found via thermal imaging standing in hot spring, 194 degree F. Sent text messages to parents 3 days post-disappearance. A Margaret Thornton, OTT 24. Elderly widow, 8-day stay, walked into Steamboat Geyser eruption, 200 degree F, seeking her deceased husband. Letter mailed to daughters post-death. Pattern is clear. Extended stay. All victims stayed 7 days, average 9 days. Isolation. All were solo travelers or small groups, isolated from crowds. Thermal proximity. All camped, parked near major thermal features. Auditory phenomena. All reported hearing children singing before disappearance. Elevated body temperature. All exhibited rising core temps, 99 degree F, 101 degree FA. Voluntary entry. All entered thermal features willingly, without distress. Post-death activity. All showed signs of presence after disappearance. Texts, emails, social media posts, letters. This isn't suicide. This isn't mental illness. This is communion. With Yellowstone's thermal network. With the supervolcano. With the burned children who've been waiting since 1962. What rangers won't tell you. There's an unwritten rule among Yellowstone rangers. If a van lifer stays longer than 10 days and starts talking about the heat calling them, you don't try to stop them. You just let it happen. Because the rangers who've tried to intervene, they disappeared too. 3 rangers between 2020 and 2024 went missing while attempting to rescue van lifers exhibiting thermal entity integration. Symptoms. All 3 were found as heat signatures, in the same thermal features as the people they tried to save. So now, rangers just watch. They file reports. They mark the spots. But they don't interfere. Because Yellowstone chooses who stays. And once you're chosen, there's no saving you. Why van lifers? Why does Yellowstone target van lifers specifically? Dr. Elena Voss, paranormal researcher, University of Wyoming, proposed a theory in 2024. Van lifers are uniquely vulnerable to thermal entity integration, for 3 reasons. 1. Prolonged exposure. Unlike day visitors, van lifers spend 24/7 in Yellowstone for days, weeks, breathing geothermal gases, sleeping on geothermally active ground, absorbing electromagnetic fields from the supervolcano. 2. Isolation. Van lifers often camp alone or in small groups, away from crowds. This isolation makes them more susceptible to auditory, visual phenomena, the singing children, without social reality checks. 3. Spiritual openness. Many van lifers are seeking meaning, freedom, or escape. They are in a liminal psychological state between their old life and their new nomadic identity. This openness makes them receptive to Yellowstone's call. In short, van lifers want to belong somewhere, and Yellowstone offers them eternal belonging. If you're planning van life in Yellowstone, do not stay longer than 7 days. Do not camp near thermal features. Do not ignore auditory phenomena, children singing, voices and steam. Do not dismiss rising body temperature as just a fever. If you start feeling called to thermal features, leave immediately. If you see burned children and steam, leave the park. Once Yellowstone chooses you, you have approximately 72 hours before integration becomes irreversible. Yellowstone is not your home. It's theirs. The burned children, the thermal entities, the supervolcano's dream. And if you stay too long, you'll become part of it forever.